having to be a little further away so I can get both of these in the shot. But this time we're going to do a video on two different trucks. And both of these are for sale too. The one is a 59 Apache. The other one is a GMC 9100. What, a 50 or 51? I think it's a 50, but I could be wrong. So anyways, let's delve into them. First, we're going to start with the Apache. So, come around here, and I'll just open the hood really quick. We will see under the hood, which I believe to be, I think, a 232. But it could be wrong. Although, and it's interesting because like there's been a lot of wiring work done to this. You know, you can tell like some of this is much more modern wiring, and like the plugs and everything up there. And it's also on 12 volts, right? So, and I think GM was at 12 volts, and I want to say that was 1958, I think. I could be wrong on that, but I think it was 58. But as you can see, you know, anyways, under the hood, it's got a little 1-barrel carburetor on it. You know, it's mostly original under here. But the fuel line was cut, but I think it's because the gas tank is 30. I mean, well, you can see the rust in that, right? That's what it'll do to your lines when gas is sitting for too long. But that's okay. I'm assuming when Rod had this running, he just had a jerry can in here and had a line from here, right, into the jerry can. So, which is pretty easy to do, honestly. But if we take a look, like a lot of this stuff has been replaced over the years, and that's a given, right? But the one thing that's kind of cool, it's still original to this, is the original braided wire for the negative, like the ground cable. Which, how cool is that? Right? Just stuff that you don't see anymore. You know, got the coil there. You know, got the distributor, all that stuff. Very good, and actually in pretty good condition overall under here. And I'm pretty sure it's 59. But if we take a look at, if anybody wants to try and decipher that tag, you can go for it. You can just pause it right there. And as well, something interesting is that if you take a look there, the last time this thing had an oil change was January 17th, 1987 at 73,000 miles. Just very, very cool. Very interesting. And if we take a look, you know, there's a little bit of rust, a little bit of denting here and there. Not too bad. But unfortunately, you know, this fender here is quite rusty. But that's okay. That's just how they go. And again, cab corners are rusty as well, right? And dented and just awful that way. But that's okay. Now if we go around to the back, you know, there's not much back here, right? It's just, honestly, what's probably going to happen is whoever buys this is just going to rip this off, put a flat deck on it, or they are going to put this on a modern chassis, maybe put like a 12-valve Cummins in it, something like that. Maybe put it on an S10 chassis, who knows, right? But even you can tell the wiring back here has been redone too, right? So, very, very cool. Like, look how many leaves there are there, right? Which the thing is, it's a, how many are there? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Okay, so that's 12 leaves. Now, the one next to it, I'm pretty sure has more, but we'll get into that one in a little bit here. Oh, and I apologize, there's kind of a tree in the way, so, you know, for this. But very cool, very honest truck. Like, there's nothing really hiding in this. That's a nice part about these old trucks. Right, you know, big whammo here. But, not too bad. And this was, oh, cool. H&R Service Garage in Didsbury, Alberta. How cool is that? Yeah, that's something that you don't see every day, right? And I still got one of the original hubcaps on there. And it's very, very cool. And of course, you know, a little bit of rust there. Now, we're going to take a peek inside. Well, here, let me shut the hood. Hang on. This is a little tough to do this. I don't want to bend this hood. Okay, I don't think it quite latches properly, but that's okay. Doesn't need to be latched right now anyways. But if we take a look, now there is some broken glass inside the truck. However, I'll be careful. And something else too. Apologies guys. There's a tree in my way. And if you take a look, you know, everything is like here. That's the nice part, right? You know, you got your door tags. As well, how much it can haul, which is only 7,000 pounds. Which isn't that much considering. Most half-ton trucks can do that nowadays. Actually, just every half-ton truck new can do that. And more. But, actually, really quick, I'm going to, shorten the, make this a little easier on myself. Apologies, guys. It's not my best video, and I understand that, but I have a feeling it's going to be a little more, one of my more popular videos. Because I'm just shortening up the tripod so I can use it a little easier. There we go. So taking a look inside, you know, keys in it, right? And just very, very honest, very clean overall. It does have some rust on the floor. And as you can see, that window's been smashed, and so is that window. You know, it's got the manual, which is probably a 3-speed manual, and what's cool is that to start this, you don't just, like, you turn the key on, which is off right now, but then there's a starter button right down there, and you push that with your foot, and it starts, and your headlights are here, and high beams are down there, which the headlights work. Signal lights don't work, but the headlights work. They're very cool, and the one thing is, something you want to be careful about in these, gas tank is right in behind you. So a lot of people will relocate the gas tank if they still use the original frame. They'll just try and put it out back, or you know, if they get a modern chassis, it's already in the back anyways with like an S10. But yeah, so that was the 59. Now let's move on to the green GMC, which I think is a 50 or 51. I want to say a 50, but I could be wrong. Anyways, here it is. So yeah, like I said, you know, this is a 5051 GMC 9100. So this is a lot heavier duty than what this Apache was. That being a 38 Apache, or, well, Apache 38, right? You know, and what's scary though is that these wheels, this, if I'm not mistaken, is the 2-piece wheel, which every single mechanic shop will not touch those because they are dangerous as hell. People have been killed by trying to get those demounted. And actually, there's an episode of Roadkill where they took a similar truck to this. Same color too, oddly enough. And they, like, they bought it off a guy. They took it to, or they were going to take it on a road trip, but then they just kind of ran out of time and they took the El Camino instead. It was one of these. And there was a guy, and if you watch that episode, I can't remember which episode it is, but there's a guy that comes out. His name is Farmer Ted. And he completely took those off the rim, like, barbaric style. It's freaking awesome watching it. It took him like 10 hours to do all 6 wheels. Just insane, right? But, yeah. Anyways, let's take a look under the hood here really quick. Sorry, I have the tripod low, but just give me one moment. Come on. Oh, okay, it's not even latched. Not latched. And in the hood, you'll see what I believe is the same engine. I could be wrong. but I'm not super familiar with the GM inlines. So it might be a 232, might be a 250. I heard something about a 300 GMC, which who knows if that's what this is. These are, I know, a very rare engine that people want, and they hot rod these things all the time, but I don't know if that's what this is. I don't think so, but I could be wrong. Yeah, as you can see under the hood here, all the wiring's been redone in this one. But this one I think is on 6-volt. Still, because looking at that generator looks like it's a 6-volt generator. It's not down to 12-volt. And you know, and here's something interesting too. Is, okay, now you look at this. Now that radiator is only, like, that's only a 7-pound cap. My car, which, you know, my Mustang right over there, takes a 16-pound cap. So it just goes to show you how low pressure these are. And actually this, I mean, if it makes 7-to-1 compression, I'd be surprised. Right? You know, there's a newer coil on there. It's got new plugs in it. I mean, hell, the original spark plugs are sitting right here. Right? So, very cool. Let's go down the side of this thing. Keep going on the side, and I apologize, guys. There's trees in my way. But if we take a look at the leaf springs back here, this is a much heavier duty truck. Because if we take a look at those leaves, notice that there's multiple packs compared to the other one where it's just like, you know, pretty sure that's just one. Well, no, it actually has 2 packs, but this is thicker too. Because let's see, there is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. Might be 16 actually, I think I miscounted. But still, you know, just very beefy. Like, honestly, if I jumped on this rear end, it would not move. This is a backbreaker, right? And they came across that on roadkill as well, because they took some leaves out of the back. They took like a majority of them out so they could actually drive the damn thing down the road. But this door doesn't latch right now. It's just a little gummed up here. I just need to spray it. Just haven't done that yet. But, you know, again, it's mostly all here, but there's not much to these trucks, right? Now, and it's interesting, taking a look at this one's interior, right? Well, first, actually, you know, the door tag. And see, this one's not to exceed 11,000 pounds. And again, even most half-ton trucks sold today can exceed 11,000 pounds. Which goes to tell you how far we've come in that amount of time. And they're so much more comfortable, too, than they were back then. And this one even, surprisingly, has a headliner. Now, it's fallen down and, you know, it's nasty, but it's here. And unfortunately, the seat is, well, needs to be reupholstered or replaced. Although, it's not even bolted in at all. Like, it's... right? But again, this has the same idea, except for the button, which would have been over there, fell off. So, unfortunately, I was trying to push it in with a screwdriver, and it did push in, but it didn't want to go as well with this one, so that's okay. But yeah, and also, like, take a look at the difference. You know, like, the steering wheel's different, obviously, and even the gauges, right? Gauges are pretty cool, and I prefer this style. It's just, it's so damn cool. Right? You just get that vintage kind of... these are probably carried over from the 40s, which is just, like, super cool, right? Yeah, super cool, and pretty clean overall. And this one actually, you know, all the windows are intact. I mean, obviously, you know, you need to replace the 2 windows up there, but they're not that expensive. The 2-piece windshields are not too bad. Yeah, see, it doesn't latch, but that's okay. Yeah, and hang on, let me just get the tripod back down here. And there we go. Now I'm just going to sit in front of the GMC here. Tilt it up a little. There we go. Alright, I'm going to close that. And there we have it. Well, yeah, so that was these two trucks. I mean, I don't think we have the ring here, but actually, oddly enough, the one thing I was told, Greg used to own that Apache, and it did run. And this one, I would not be shocked if it didn't run too, but I just couldn't get it to go off. That's okay, you know, it happens. I'll try again in a couple of days here, probably, but yeah, and as well, because I've been commissioned to sell these two trucks, plus there's an F350 over there. I'm not going to do a video on that because, I mean, it's an 07 F350 with a 6-liter. You know, it's not my kind of mojo, right? I prefer old stuff like this, or if you have something kind of cool and special, those are the videos I'm going to do as well. You know, like old Lincolns and stuff like that, or even more modern cars, like, because I do have videos planned with some friends. One of them's going to have a Speed 3 that I'm going to do a video on. Another has a Civic. That's a 08 coupe. You know, just pretty cool, right? But yeah, it's a little chilly out here. Yeah, anyways, hope you guys enjoyed this video, and there will be an update on the Mustangs here coming soon. And I apologize, this video is a lot later than I wanted to put out a video. I'm still doing the giveaway. It's just actually getting everything here has been a challenge with COVID and everything. You know, trying to get everything organized has been rather difficult, but I promise the 200 subscriber giveaway is happening soon. Anyways, yeah, I hope you enjoyed. Thank you so much for watching. And if this is your first time, consider subscribing to Katarina's Garage, because, you know, I do videos like this all the time. I get to play these old cars, but once you know, it gets really cold, it's gonna be difficult to more. But you don't even my nose is running too because it's cold. But yeah, I mean, I'm not cold. Like, I don't have a cold. It's just a little chilly out. But yeah, anyways, hope you enjoyed. Thank you so much for watching. Hope you're staying safe during COVID-19, and good luck with everything you're working on. And I will see you in the next video. And I promise the 200 subscriber giveaway is coming, and I hope to get you an update on the Mustangs here in the next couple of days. Because Lilo over there, well, she is not the happiest in the world. But yeah, anyways, I'll chat to you later. Okay.